guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I will be talking about and really making theories about these two particular scenes that happened in Ms. Marvel episode 5. Now, you might be wondering, what's going on with the shirt? No Marvel shirt? No nothing? What's going on? Well, that's because, this is not the Marvel Geek. I'm Jimmy, and the Marvel Geek has allowed me to make this video for you guys because he did not want to make this video because he's lazy. I am not lazy, Jimmy. You are lazy. No one can tell me otherwise. Anyways, now let's get started. Don't forget to tell me to like the video, please, okay? Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, you heard him. Make sure you like that, wait, what? Well, you heard him. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and share this video with one of your friends. And now, let's get into it. Now, before I talk about these particular scenes, I'm going to give you guys my review on this episode. If I'm being honest, I give this episode an 8 out of 10. I love how they went back into the past, explained Aisha's backstory and how this entire story came to be. And I just love that part of this episode. It was really fun and really entertaining. So the entertainment, I give it a 10 out of 10. The review on the entire show, I give it an 8 out of 10. But it was very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. But if I'm being honest, the things that really confused me is how did Carmen get these powers? Like, all she did was whisper his name, die, and then give some type of the same powers that Kamala had to Carmen. How is this possible? How are these things happening? My brain is literally everywhere. But over the time and days I've watched this episode over and over again, I think I have a theory that might be pretty accurate on how he got these powers. And what's going on here? Like, why are they dying? What's going on? Like, is that supposed to be like some type of dimension that swallows up everything and just lives at its own dimension with nobody in it? Or what's going on? I don't know. But I'm going to answer those questions with my theories. And yeah, let's get started. All right, the first thing I'm going to talk about is this scene when they're dying right here because of this other realm or dimension, whatever you want to call it. Now, if you like look at this right here, and when they're dying, they go into this little cocoon type thing, and that really reminded me of the Inhumans. As we all know, if you watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you become an Inhuman after, you know, going to that cocoon and then breaking out with Inhuman powers. You would know this if you watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or if you just read Marvel Comics with the Inhumans. Or if you just read Ms. Marvel comics, because that happened to her in her comics, so yeah. But anyways, if this is like the introduction of the Inhumans coming to life, maybe it wasn't brought by the Kree in the MCU, it was brought by this other worldly dimension. And if that is true, that would honestly, I don't really like that, because I don't know, this doesn't seem original, and I'm like really good with the originals. Like, I like original things. I hate when they try to make something new, because you know, they make it wrong, now people are mad about it, and now they have bad reviews. So yeah, but if this is how Kamala gets her Inhuman powers, what am I saying? I'm taking over. You're done. No, don't take over, please. Okay, I'm going to stop messing up, and I'll just focus and really get this down. All right? Okay. All right, fine. This is your last chance. All right, fine. I'm sorry, but yeah, I think. Okay, so just hear me out right now. What if the MCU and Marvel is going in a completely different route on how the Inhumans are going to come to Earth Dimension 616 and, you know, have the Black Bolt and all that stuff, just like 838 had it. Maybe this realm is how they get it. Who knows how much of this little thing's like spiked out. This like little dimension could have leaked farther than we thought. Like when it was open and it was about to open. What if like this little sparks that killed people, or if killed, well, the clandestinites. What if you're not like clandestinites and you get hit by one of these things? What if you're like just staying in a cocoon, and then after at least a few days or minutes or however long it takes you to break out that cocoon, you have Inhuman powers? What if this is how we get the Inhumans into the MCU? Think about it. Okay, let's be real. If you're like a real Marvel fan, you know like a lot about Marvel. When you saw this, there's no way that you didn't think of like Inhumans, especially if you watched Agents of Shield, which I did. I love that show, and it really dived deep into the Inhumans, even though kind of like explained it in like a kind of a sloppy way. It doesn't matter. It was a really good show. Bottom line. Anyways. And the reason why I'm saying this is because Marvel has been going in different routes with a lot of things so far and recently. Like, a lot of things are like not original to the comics, and I'm fine with that if it's like a good storyline. Like at the beginning, I hated the fact that they changed her powers, gave her a new origin, but they're making it good, and they're like giving it a good look at it. Like, wow, that's pretty crazy. Now, time to talk about Karman and how did he get his powers. Now, he is not a clandestine, as we figured out in the episode 4, I believe, when they said that he was a regular teen, 16 years old. He's not a clandestine, I think. Don't really know. I wasn't really paying attention at that part. Anyways, but yeah, how did he get his powers? Because if my theory is right, and this little like realm spread out farther than we thought, and it gave people inhuman powers, how did Karman get his powers? Because he's not a clandestine, I think, and if he's not clandestine and he was given these powers without that bangle, like the same powers that Kamala has, but he does not have a bangle to like give him the power to activate that power, or did he even have like a power to start with that needs to be activated, or was he just given this power from his mom? And by the way, let's talk about that. When his mom was like dying, trying to go into that realm, all she did was whisper his name or say his name, and then he had powers. How does that work? I don't know. But what if Najma understood this dimension more than we thought? What if she was actually not completely crazy and she knew a lot about this dimension, and we just didn't know? We just thought that she was like an insane person who just wanted to get back home. But probably she understood this way more than we thought. Probably she understood the bangle more than we thought. Kamala powers more than we thought. She probably understood this like so very well. And we just don't know. We just don't know. And that might be the case. But if that is the case, what if the realm, when it was like striking at her, what if she felt it like communicating with her and like told it to go to Karman and give him that power to protect himself? Like, because think about it, she did not want to leave her son, and I don't really know why she did it. Like he betrayed her or something. Like, come on, that's your son. That's your son. You left him there to like run for his own, die basically. That's insane. And I'm pretty sure that she like felt really bad about that once Kamala brought it up. Meaning she communicated with this realm and told somebody on the other side of it to give Karman that power. But obviously Karman does not know how to use this power. Actually, as we saw, he shot that drone and probably blew up our Circle Q, probably leaving Bruno and him some injuries, unless he uses powers to block them and shield them, like unconsciously. He just had that instinct of protection, so he like protected them both. You know how that happens in movies and stories and stuff like that. Maybe that's what happened. Oh, and another thing I wanted to talk about that I just forgot about is Kamala is the Trail of Stars that brought Sana back to her family. That's who Kamala is. And which means, not my theory, but the Marvel Geeks theory was right. So give props to him, okay? You see, yeah, this is the applause that he's looking for. So thank you guys. Also, a little clap for you, but not for me. Don't worry, they were not clapping for me. It was for you. Chill out. Thank you, audience. Thank you. All right, but yeah, Kamala was the symbolization of the Trail of Stars that brought Sana back to her father, and the way that they put that together was very, very good in my opinion. I thought it was an amazing thing, but if I'm being honest, it was kind of predictable. It was like, I mean, the questions that I had, the way I think really, really deep about things, I feel like that was like really, really predictable. So Because, like, why would they send her back there if she wasn't going to be, like, something, like, really important that was going to happen back at Karachi in the past during the partition? Why would they send her back there? Like, come on. That was, like, honestly really predictable. But it was a good way to make Kamala's story, or her, more important. So, yeah. But my question is, so she was just called back into time by Aisha? Because think about this. How did that really work? She just, like, used her power to look into the future or call somebody from her family line to come back and get her daughter back to the daughter's father. Like, how is that gonna work? I don't really know how that works, but whatever. I'm not really tripping about it because it was good either way. But yeah, that's the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, I would enjoy seeing me and the Marvel Geek would enjoy seeing a like, subscribe, comment, share, and make sure you turn on the post notification so you can notify when I post a new video or when we post a new video. Now, without further ado, let's get into it.
Out of it. It's let's get out of it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's retry that. Now, without further ado, let's get out of it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.